What's up, Victoria? It's me, Victoria, and today I'm going to be playing with new makeup. I've received a lot of makeup and PR, and I still have a lot of stuff that I got at Creator and Friends that I haven't really dipped my toe into yet, but I'm gonna be a little selfish. I just got makeup today in the mail that I'm excited to talk about. I'm excited to talk about all of the makeup I receive. It's just been a real uphill battle with my mental health this past couple of months. So we're gonna do what we're gonna do. And I also was really excited to film, and I'll tell you why when well, I guess we're probably going to start with that. But here's what's kind of on the docket. MAKE Beauty reached out to me through ShopMy and sent me some stuff. And I feel like MAKE Beauty is one of those brands that people have been wanting an opinion from me on. And I just never bought anything from them. So we have that to go. I also have this. You're probably like, why is Tom holding a Prada thing? So I didn't buy this, and it wasn't PR. This was sent to me by a friend, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But if you are new to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. Right now, I'm on a no-buy kind of indefinitely while the world figures itself out. Consumerism hasn't felt fun to me because my money is going to places I don't want it to go. So I am choosing not to shop, but I am not judging people who are choosing to shop at this time. But that's kind of what's going on over here. And my channel up until this point has been mostly focused on less consumption. So if you're into that, I would love to have you subscribe. But every now and then I get new makeup to try, and I think it's always fun to try new makeup, even if you're just watching. Also, no pressure to buy any of this. And also realize it'll be my first time putting a lot of this on my face. I don't really have solid opinions on any of the stuff I'm about to show you. You know her, I know her. My friend Sunshine over at Everyday Sunshine reached out to me. She sent me an email and she was like, hey Tom, I have something I'd like to send you. And then I was like, oh my God, Sunshine, I've been trying to figure out how to contact you since we connected through the comment section. We text now, so me and Sunshine text. So she sent over this. This is one of the Prada quads. Now, if you watch Sunshine's channel at all, you know she's the diva of a Prada eyeshadow. I was really surprised. Well, it came in a Victoria Beckham box, which I think was going with the Victoria theme. So this was sent to me, and this is what it looks like on the inside. This is the one called Profusion 02. And so it's kind of got this black and silver. This is very up my alley, but Sunshine sent me a little letter in the package that she sent along, and she was just curious what I would do with it. So I guess we're going to answer that question together. I definitely have indie eyeshadow palettes that I would like to feature on my channel too. So I think I'm going to try to film some short form content putting on eyeshadow looks with them, and then hopefully getting them into some long form before it gets too ridiculously far from their launch date. Sorry. It is just how my life is shaking out right now. Okay, let's prime our eyes, meaning let me prime my eyes. Not my first rodeo with an eyeshadow quad from Prada. I have the Primula one, and I love it. And I bought it because of me and Cam were on vacation. We both love Sunshine, and so we both bought our own Prada quads when we were in Chicago back in June. And if you are new here and you're like, didn't you just say you're on a no-buy? The no-buy started a couple videos ago, which was probably a month ago at this point with the rate at which things are going. I'm priming my eyes just gently with the ULTA matte eyeshadow base. So I really like the Prada eyeshadow quad formula. So I'm looking forward to trying a different colorway. Whenever Prada launched their line, I would say that this was the eyeshadow quad. If I were to have tried any of them at launch, this would have been the one I would have tried because a smoky eye, a black smoky eye. So here it is. It's found its way to me. It fell right into my lap, actually. I am going to set the eyeshadow primer with just a little bit of a matte cream eyeshadow, just to add a little coverage and also make everything blend a little bit better on top of it. So while I'm here blending, I did go to the Marina show on Monday. Thank you for all your well wishes. I didn't get called on stage, but that's actually its own interesting side story, which I will tell right now. We're starting a story with a tangent, which is, it's giving hautemess Tom. They gave us a call time, but they gave us a time that we were allowed to enter the venue. And what was really interesting and weird about the time that they gave us was that it was also the time for regular doors. If you went to the venue's website, it said the doors were at 5:30 for the show. Our email that we got before the show for the VIP also said 5:30. And so that was a little confusing, but I didn't read too much into it. But no, general admission entered at 5:30. Luckily, we didn't have to wait in line or anything, and we were still really close. And honestly, this didn't kill my experience at the show, but because they gave us the wrong call time, me and Tiff missed the opportunity to even do the thing where we went on stage. They picked those people out before we even got there. So that was fun. and we really appreciated that. The show was so fun. I had a lot of fun. I just wanted to tell you that I didn't get invited on stage. However, without even us complaining, I don't even know, like, I don't know if it was like Marina's team or if it was like Stage AE's team or like the promotional company that's running the tour. It really is unclear, like, who sent this out, but they're refunding us. Well, and I don't, people keep asking me, is it everyone who had VIP? I don't know. Like, maybe some other people got an email with the right time, but we didn't. So we are getting a refund. That's all I know. So if you are someone who went to the Stage AE show with VIP and you're not getting a refund, I don't know how they determined who and who wasn't getting a refund. I'm just letting you know that's what happened with me. And you know what? I really appreciate that. So what I'm going to do, let's get into the eye look. I'm going to tightline my eyes. We're going to do something really smoky, imagine. This is Black from Victoria Beckham. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is take my Rephr 03 brush and just have that handy. And I'm also gonna smudge it along the lash. Just doing like a real thick line. I'm not gonna take it, like I'm not gonna wing it out like I usually do. Just going to smudge this in a little bit. Oh wow, one of my brushes had glitter on it and I really checked, you guys. Marina sang a song that I wasn't expecting her to sing. She sang Hermit the Frog, which I guess was like popular on TikTok. It's a very weird song from her first album. There's a lot of like vocal eccentricities to it. And it's really funny. I think Marina was tired at our show. And that also, like, that sounds like a negative. And I guess it kind of is, but like I could tell, I don't know if she was like, had just like a string of shows in a row and like she was just tired, but she was opting down on a lot of like vocal stuff. I think she said about halfway through this tour, and she was at All Things Go the day before she was here. So I'm just chalking it up to her being like a little bit tired, but I still had a lot of fun. But she did that thing, you know, whenever like a singer doesn't want to sing their thing, and Hermit the Frog, where all the weird vocal stuff, she would just, you sing it. I'm not gonna hurt my voice doing that. When Marina first came out, she was kind of like known for that weird like vocal flipping yodel thing that she did. And I don't know that that was very healthy for her voice, because over time it is something that has gone away. Now her voice is still high and she like still does like these beautiful soaring notes, which she was also known for. The weird like wow, kind of like screaming thing that she would do sometimes. She doesn't do it anymore, so that's what we were doing. But she played Fruit. Now, I did have a qualm the last time I saw Marina. I'm taking the black shade that's like the top line here with the same brush. I'm just gonna go over the lash line again to deepen out the eyeliner. I'm gonna be a little more purposeful with it, trying to definitely keep it closer to the lash line. But the last time Marina was in Pittsburgh, she played only the first verse and chorus of Fruit. And so imagine your favorite singer singing your favorite song of theirs, starting the song and then just doing one chorus of it. Who wants that? Not me. So when they were putting the set list together, like her Marina HQ account was like, what songs do you hope are on the playlist? I never responded faster. I said, if you put Fruit on it, which I would like to see Fruit on it, we're playing the whole 6 minutes of the song, okay? We're not gonna cut my experience short. Which it would make sense for her to play Fruit on this album. The album that she's touring right now is pretty disco heavy. Fruit is a random disco track on an album about self-acceptance. This black is really great. It's pretty malleable. It's going over the eyeliner and really deepening it out, giving us something smudgy and sooty to work with, which is exactly what I was hoping for. Now, the only color I'm not super sure about, and I don't even know if I want to use today, is like the yellow. TBD on that. I don't think it's an ugly color. And also in real life, when Prada released the promotional material of this initial launch, I thought that was a lot more neon, but it is definitely more of like a grungy yellow. So next I'm gonna go into like this middle sparkle shade, which looks so pretty, and I'm very excited to get it on my eyes. I'm gonna just take this brush. This is the EO2 from Glaminatrix. This was PR. I'm gonna just sweep some on the edge of, ooh, okay, maybe right on top. Oh yeah. Sunshine was like, if you don't like it, you don't have to keep it, and you can pass it along and declutter it. I won't care. I don't know, girl. I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. Look at this. This is like the eyeshadow of my dreams. I really like the Primula one, but it is a little bit warm for my taste. This is like something on any night I'm leaving the house I could throw on. Oh, I did want to say one more thing about the Marina show, about my makeup. One of you left a very lengthy, lovely comment about the different professional setting sprays, and you said that the Krylon is better. After that video went live, it wasn't like I could shift gears at that point, but I appreciate your input. I didn't respond directly to the comment, but I just wanted to pass that information along. This kept my makeup on. This did what I needed it to do. And it's not that serious for me because it's like I don't do stuff like that very often. It did exactly what I needed to do. The only thing that happened that budged all my makeup is like my shimmer creased even just like a little bit, which is like actually quite good for my eyelids. It's like they eat eyeshadow pretty quickly. Okay, I'm like really satisfied with this and I could stop here, but I do want to put some of this shimmer shade. I'm going to take some of the silver. I'm going to keep it on the inner corner. I'm not really sure how pigmented it's going to be. Okay, that's enough of that. I don't think I like this silver color. It's, no, maybe I do. Yeah, it almost looks a little green, which sometimes can happen with a silver, which maybe there is. I don't know. It's not looking as green as it first looked to me. I don't know, maybe there's a little bit of something. There might be a little bit of something to it to maybe help the yellow fit in, because this center shade, a mucky gray, there's like some sheen to that middle shade, but it's like not as much as it looks like as it is in the pan. Very happy with this eye look, so no complaints from me. So thank you, Sunshine. This is something I would use a lot. What am I doing? Just getting black eyeshadow everywhere. This black is pretty potent. Something very exciting. I'm gonna go visit Hannah on Black Friday. Not because we're going shopping or anything. That made it sound like we have, no, it was a weekend where she was available and she said, do you want to come? And I said, let me come. So I'm going. And that's quite exciting. I'm excited to see her. I'm just going to, there's, Sigma gave us they released a tubing mascara. I'm not ready to have another mascara going right now, so I'm just going to use the KULFI one. Still loving it. I have received feedback that some people don't like this. I do think with mascara, it's one of those things, it's like your hair chemistry. Everyone's hair chemistry is completely different, and I think everyone's, like, eyelashes respond differently to different mascaras. Because there are mascaras that some people really love that I hate. Not even for the reasons that they love, but like, you know, just like sometimes a mascara will like not smudge and not flake on someone and then you use it. And it's like all it does is the bad things that a mascara can do. For example, a lot of people really love the ULTA mascara. And oh my God, that mascara never wanted to stay on my eyelashes. It would smudge and smear all over my face. Hopefully they make a mini of this at some point if they don't already, because that's what I would recommend starting with. But I really like this. The hype was real for me. Another mascara that I felt similarly skeptical about before I tried was the Make Waves mascara from Tower 28. It looked good at first, but it like pooped out on me so quickly. Sunshine, thank you so much for sending this to me and thinking of me and reaching out. I really appreciate it, because look at this. And then I will, maybe in like short form, try to figure out how to use the confusing yellow in there. Or maybe I'll do it on my free time and then I'll be like, now I can post about it and can let everyone know what I would do. Yeah, I'm a butterfly. You just never see my energy. MAKE Beauty, they offered me PR while I was at the Marina show. And sometimes there's like a countdown on how fast you need to like move to get PR. Not like dire, but it was just like, I really want to try some stuff from MAKE. So at the Marina show, she wasn't performing. It was between the opening act and her. I did it, but I did it really quickly because I was trying to like be in the moment. I did get some fallout from the black, so I'm just like cleaning that up before we progress with any complexion stuff. So I very hastily picked some products out. You know what I accidentally picked from myself? Brow gel was one of the products I picked, and I was like, oops, I gave that to Tiff. I thought it was a mascara, and I was like so excited about it because it was like called Cool Taupe, and I was like, a Cool Taupe mascara. Don't mind if I do. So I have some other things, and I already obviously did eyeshadow, but I also got an eyeshadow from them, which I'm already butthurt about, by the way. And then I have some complexion products, which is what we're gonna start with here. So I do want to just talk about this eyeshadow really quickly before I move on. So this is the multi-chromatic metal reflecting eyeshadow in the shade Purple Haze, and we'll swatch it together. I haven't swatched it yet. I am fucked off by it. When you look at the imagery on their website, the shadows look pretty sparkly in the pan. Imagine my surprise when I got this. And so on the website, those flecks look like sparkly bits, but no, it's more like you know how Huda and some other brands do that kind of like marbled eyeshadow that is metallic? That's what's going on here. So there's no like flaky texture in there. I opened this and I've never felt more of a boner kill. And also, I will say on the website, this looks a lot more taupey and silvery, but that is very purple in real life. So let's do a live swatch here. Oh, I hate that color. Oh, I don't even like that color. It's also not very metallic. Let's read the name of it again. The Multi-Chromatic Metal Reflecting Eyeshadow. It's not an ugly eyeshadow, by the way. Don't misconstrue my words. It's just like all of those words, and this is it. Let me get a sparkly eyeshadow just to show you, not to swatch next to it, but just to show you in the pan, just to like show you what I was expecting. So here I have the Lid Luster from Victoria Beckham in Mink. And there's just so much texture and sparkle in there. It's really beautiful and sparkly. And then, like, I just feel like I was sold a fantasy by this eyeshadow that is just... I do recall Lauren MAKE Beauty being disappointed in these, and I think that her and I have similar affinities for the similar textures, and I don't care about this. It is a nice compact, though. I will say it is a big pan. That's like, how many grams of product are we getting? 4 grams of eyeshadow is a lot of eyeshadow. This feels like very minimal person. Like if you are someone who does very minimal makeup and you wear the same like one and done eyeshadow every day, that is the vibe I'm getting from this eyeshadow. And I know I doubt even putting it on my eyes today, and I already had so much to say about it, but I probably would complain even more if I put it on my eyes. It's also like more of a berry than a purple. I haven't had popsicles in a really long time, but the child had his tonsils out at the end of August. And so we have had popsicles in the house, which now they try to make popsicles look like real colors. And it's like, no, I want my cherry popsicle to be vibrant red, like a red that's not natural in nature. I want the grape to taste like purple. I don't want grape, because like now the grape kind of tastes like real grapes. I'd ask for that. It's not what I wanted. And the orange also tastes like real citrus. No. And it's also like a realistic orange color. No. No. This purple haze is the same as the new purple popsicle. It's not the right purple. It's bad. Here is the other stuff I got from MAKE. They offered me a lot. I didn't accept everything that they had offered. So I got the Illusion Dew, which I thought was more akin to like a Glow Lust based on the imagery. And again, on Shop My Shelf, whenever you look at the options, it's not very detailed about what you're looking at. So I thought that these were like similar products, but this is a skin tint. And then I remember that they did have a skin tint. And I also remember some of my peers saying that it was sparkly. So looking forward to that. And they also sent the concealer, the Skin Mimetic concealer in the shade. I picked... This says 3 Light C. I guess we'll find out what color this is together. I do want to note they're both in glass packaging, and it feels pretty weighty and pretty heavy. You know what was so interesting when I saw the color through the packaging? I was like, that doesn't look super fair. And then I got nervous, and I think I was right, because I don't know that this was in the right box. But I swear to God the box said fair, because I remember that being the shade I picked. But maybe I bumped the wrong thing, or maybe I'm just trying to gaslight myself. I'm here to address the allegations and the gaslighting that is happening with me in this clip while I'm editing. I did have to take a quick look to the left and right to see if there was anything you're not supposed to see behind me, and found the box. The box said the color that I say, but then I went back to my like order that I placed on Shop My, which is kind of like how it works. Like you basically like fill a cart and check out, but like the balance is 0 whenever you get PR through Shop My. I picked the lightest shade, and that is not what they sent me. This is not me complaining, but that is why I'm confused, because I was like, wait, what happened? And it is also very possible, because I have done this in the past where I like thought I picked one thing, but I actually picked another thing, but that is not what happened. So I'm clearing my name in this kerfuffle, but MAKE Beauty did send a different color, which again, it's a privilege to receive PR, and I'm not really complaining about it, and you'll see how the concealer works in just a moment. I still put it on my face. And then I also got the Heat Stroke in the shade Toasted, which, oh, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, so based on my recollection of a friend telling me once that this was sparkly, I'm not going to use something super moisturizing just to spare myself. So for primer, I'm going to start with the first base setting spray from TRIXIE Cosmetics. The Moment, one of my favorite products I've tried this year. TRIXIE coming in with some real bangers. You know what's so interesting? There's this like, I don't know why this was shown to me, but there was this video that someone posted. This person like does deep dives into makeup brands like rises and falls. Video popped up from them, and I don't watch all their videos. I don't think I'm even subscribed to that channel. But there was a video that they posted recently called "The Inevitable Fall of TRIXIE Cosmetics," and I was like, I feel like TRIXIE Cosmetics is pretty much exactly where it's always been in the zeitgeist as far as makeup lovers go. So I don't know. Also, I don't think the tides have like turned on TRIXIE in such a way where like it's in trouble. So this is the this is the Radiant Skin Tint. There's 1 fluid ounce in here. Just kind of like a normal looking pump. Ooh, quite liquidy, quite warm. But it's a skin tint, so it'll probably work. I'm not seeing any sparkles. It's blended out here. It is quite glossy. It's actually, now that I'm blending it out on my hand, which I did shave my arms, which I'm not going to do for videos, by the way. I just didn't like the way that my arm hair looked in the gloves. It does have a similar finish and kind of look to the Victoria Beckham, so it's thicker though than the Victoria Beckham. This doesn't feel like it's gonna set, but the Victoria Beckham does set, but that also doesn't feel like it's gonna set when you put it on. I'm gonna just pump it out. I'm going to use the Singe F05, which I've been loving for light coverage complexion products. I'm gonna put it on the right half of my face and we'll see. So we've continued to watch Love Island, and we made it to Casa Amor. Now I've heard tell of Casa Amor in some of like the pop culture zeitgeist. What it is they bring in 6 new girls and 6 new guys. They separate the old contestants, the contestants that have been there for longer, the boys and girls, and they introduce them to the new group of the opposite sex as a test to their original couplings. And I am not having fun. And it's not even because like I'm like solely dedicated to the original couples lasting. It's just like it's not all happening in the same house. So like this one guy who's been coupled up with the same person since the very beginning, very first episode, has been like making out with this girl at Casa. Of course, like there are stakes to that, but like the girl that he was with before doesn't even know. We've now been in Casa for 3 episodes and I don't care. Just don't care. Bring everyone back. They're being messy, but not in a way that everyone knows about. And I need them to be messy in front of each other. If the payoff isn't there for me once Casa Amor's over, I will probably want to skip Casa episodes in other seasons unless someone tells me otherwise. But if you watch Love Island, let me know how you feel about Casa. Okay, that's just a quick aside about Casa Amor. Look at that. Okay. This, very my speed. Very sheer coverage. Very glowy. We'll see how it takes to powder. That's like the one concern I have. But it is reminding me a lot of the Victoria Beckham. Less coverage than the Victoria Beckham. Let's not forget that the Victoria Beckham is a foundation. It is still a little warmer than my skin tone, but not so warm that it's throwing things off because of how light the coverage is and sheer it is. All right. I like that. I wasn't sure I was going to like this just because I feel like whenever this launched and back when people were still talking about it, which was like a long time ago, I feel like MAKE went away. Like I think they stopped releasing stuff, and then of course people stopped talking about them. I think Kaleidos is a very similar brand. Not obviously aesthetically, but like Kaleidos doesn't really release new stuff anymore, which is like good and bad. Like, because it's like there's not always a new push to like buy stuff from either brand. However, it's like, how do you stay relevant? Especially in the case of MAKE Beauty. I think they're still direct to consumer. So like, if you're not putting out new products that are staying fresh in people's minds, how will they remember to buy from you? I just remember people being indifferent to this product whenever it was first released, but I like the way it looks. Certainly in person, looks good on camera too, as far as I can tell in the monitor. Yeah, it's just really glowy. So to be into that. So not as glowy as Glow Lust, but a similar finish. You know, I think I would like this. I mean, I like this. I think Linda would like this. Linda's like kind of been on the hunt to replace that one Natasha Denona foundation for a while. Sorry, I'm just thinking about my friend in this moment. Linda, I think you'd like this because I like this better than I like the Sigma one. She really likes the Sigma skin tint, but I think this is better. It's not lifting, but it does have like a little bit of tackiness to it, but not a ton. But it's not like it did set down, which I was concerned about. Let's try the concealer. So I've been excited to try this concealer. When MAKE reached out, this was like the thing that this was what for sure thing I was going to walk away from with the offer. My friend Ivy, who's better than basic, she doesn't post a ton on YouTube right now. She had multiple times recommended this concealer to me. She's like, I just think it'd be up your alley. It has pretty light coverage. I think it's going to be too dark. I don't know. I think something was mispackaged. I feel like in the camera, it's just like everything's reflecting back. The undertone looks a little bit wrong, but maybe. I'm like not getting my hopes up. I'm just going to put it under my eyes. I don't think I'm going to like highlight down the center of my face with it at all, which I don't always do, but I feel like I have been doing more recently. I'm not going to let this sit too long because I don't think the color is quite right. So I don't want it to like sit there and darken on my skin. In the blend out, it's not looking too bad, but it is darker than the foundation or the skin tint. Because I would have picked a neutral shade before I would have picked a cool tone shade. Okay, I'm going to try to cover this redness that the skin tint wasn't able to. It is very skin-like, so I feel like that skin mimetic claim it's like kind of living up to it, but not a ton of coverage. Very, very light concealer coverage, which I know is not for everyone, but is really my jam. But I don't know about this. I'm so confused about the color because I don't think it was the color. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think it was the color I thought I chose. So I'll have to do some reverse engineering. I'm going to powder my under eyes with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in pink. And I'm just gonna use a Singe sponge to do that. I'm not gonna powder my whole face, just the center. I really love this powder. Andromeda, this was like the best thing you could have ever done for me. It's found me. They found it for me. Found me a $7 powder. And us. And you. Although I don't know how much people utilize my sources for a powder because I feel like my powder taste has been quite bougie up until this point. Although, no, I like the About Face one too. I think there's something to like the rice starch powders, which I think is what this one is. And I think so is the one from About Face. Okay, before I put on like bronzer and contour, we'll put on the blush. I thought this was going to be more mauve-y, but this is the Heat Stroke in Toasted. I did such a bad job picking it. I should never be allowed to pick my PR. I should never be allowed to pick my PR. I actually don't think I could use that. I'll do it with another look, but not with this one. Like, look where we are. Like, that's not gonna go. Okay, so we're gonna let God and let live on that one. That was my mistake. I just thought it looked purple in the little picture I could see. I'm blaming this one on me. This is no one's fault. I thought what my eyes saw and what was reality were two different things. Just my regular contours, Omen and Intuition from Rituel Defy. For bronzer, I'll be using the TRIXIE Cream Bronzer in Sun Kissed. Before I'm getting too far into the contour, I'm loving this skin tint. I'm like, the way it's sitting on my skin is looking really good. I was like nervous. I was like, what if I hate everything from MAKE? I feel like I've been pretty down on them, but this is a win. I haven't used the Trixie bronzer in a minute, and that just made me so happy. Oh, I just love it. Love it. This is all I have left, by the way. Who's that girl? Don't sue me, Madonna. I'm gonna scooch over and see if there's a one of the new Trixie cream blushes that I haven't worn yet that might work. I came back with two options. Angel from Trixie Cosmetics. This was PR. Does that sparkle in the blush, or is that just sparkle that picked up? This is Risky Raisin. I'm gonna do Risky Raisin. Okay, I'm gonna powder my face with the Givenchy powder. I'm gonna powder this half of my face. Okay, that powdered beautifully. That took down the shine a little bit, but you can still see the glow coming through. I'm seeing the sparkle now. I'm seeing it, unless that's from my eyes, but why would it come out when I powdered? Oh, it's crazy. It got disturbed by the powder brush, and now it looks like sparkles. Oh, that's such a bummer. And now I'm not sure if it's the brush, but like that's a brush I only use just to like powder my face. So, there's no sparkles on this brush going on. Okay, there is sparkles in this. It's really weird though. It's like the sparkles don't register when you're applying it, or even when I like swatch it on my hand, but like I have sparkles all over me. I'm gonna see if I turn on my, I feel like I don't think that it's picking up on camera. I'm gonna try using Sparkle Cam. Do you see it on my cheek? That's not fallout. It's all over my face. It's on my forehead. That's not fallout from the eyeshadow. That is heinous. I really liked it. I was like, I don't see the glitter that everyone was talking about. It's over. The video's not over. We're not done. Let's finish what we started here, friends. Hold on, follow me here. Let's sit together in this discomfort. It's just like, I didn't expect this to go like this. And it's really, like, it's truly throwing me off. Like, it's truly, like, does nothing go right for me. Okay, let's try. Now, I've tried the other one I got from Singe Beauty at Creator and Friends, but Risky Raisin I think I'm gonna like as a color more. I'm gonna start at the back of my cheek just because the other shade I used was much lighter than this, so I'm right in the family of all of the other blushes I like. Although, holy pigment, what's going on here? What's that? It's a little redder than the bruisey colors I tend to like. It's just, I was hoping it would have more of like the more like purpley bruisey quality, because I feel like in the pan it does look a little bit warm, but I also feel that happens with like the Chanel blush that I really like that's a similar color, but it reads more mauve-y on the cheek. This is really giving me something more sunburned. I was hoping to like this a little bit more, but I think I like the other color better than this. Let me just take my powder brush with all the shimmer on it and go over this a little bit. I don't want to go any darker on the cheek. And this side was darker. I'm just gonna... It's really interesting because it's like, I'm not sad that the makeup look isn't turning out, because it's like, I needed any of this to work. It's just like, it's been a long day. It's been a long week. I just feel like nothing is right. And I just, I've clearly felt that way for a while. Let's move on to highlight. I'm not really sure how this is gonna look, but I think we're kind of to the point where it doesn't really matter. bellabeautebar sent, perfect. Okay. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do for lip, but they also sent me some lip products. This is from the Dark Dreamscape collection from bellabeautebar. This is the highlighter. I have the palette too, which I will do in a video. Guys, you just have to be patient with me. We're gonna use this highlighter. I think it's gonna be a little sparklier than I want it to be, but it reminds me of the Space Paste from Lemonhead LA and Houdini. I'm gonna go in gently. I'm not even gonna swatch it. We're just gonna really give it a go. I'm gonna go in with my highlighter brush, pick up some. Oh, I like this. That's not to be rude to bellabeautebar, but bellabeautebar's previous highlighters that I've tried from them have been very sparkly. And there is some sparkle to it, but I'm definitely getting more of that like blue shifty glow. Oh, I love this. I love this because it's reminding me a little bit of that highlighter I got from Lethal in the Dexter collab, which that had like much thicker, chunkier things going on in it that like is like cute, but like not like something I would wear. I would wear this. Like I would wear this. This is reminding me of like when I first got into highlighter, but like much more, it's looking, not that it's like a skin glow color, but it's looking just like a little more organic than something from like the Moonchild palette. Oh, I love this. Okay, so we're doing great. We're bringing it back. Love this. I do have a promo code that's affiliated with bellabeautebar. It's just my handle. It saves you 10%. I'll do a thick swatch of this on my hand because I feel like people are going to want that. When you're around me, I'm radioactive. My blood is burning. Radioactive. Hell yeah. It's crazy that in 2025, me having big feelings. I'm also filming a lot later in the day than I usually film, and I think it's like throwing off, not throwing off my energy. I feel good. I'm excited to film, but I was gonna block film today. I don't think that's gonna happen because I don't love where everything has been heading with this makeup look. We're just not gonna do it because I like to do that in makeup that I like. And that's not what's happening right now. bellabeautebar released these new lip products. And I think they're like kind of, I would say they're closer to like a lip balm than like a lip color. You'll have to check their website for the official name. So some of them have shimmer in them and some of them don't. But I would like to use a shimmery one. Like look at that. Look at how cute that is. Hello? Hello. There is shimmer in that one. Not in this video, only because can you feel my passion diminishing and dwindling about wanting to be in this video anymore? But like they're so pretty. I have worn one of these once and they're super comfortable. I'm trying to find the one that I did try because I'll just use that one again. They also came out with lip liners. They did not send me the lip liners. So you will have to, I think Nupora has them, and I also think Andromeda has them. And I think both of them have done dedicated posts. Some of these are really pretty colors. Like that just looks like a nudie lipstick. Where's the one? Where's the one I tried? This is the shade Decay, and it's kind of like a black lip color with some sparkle in it. I'll apply it. No lip liner. I think bellabeautebar finally did it. Now, this isn't super dark. It's very sheer. Pigment is consistent, and it's a black lip color. All the black lip products that I try that are sheer are not having consistent pigment. And also, it's not color changing, which I also appreciate. Because they sent me there was a lip gloss that they had that was pH adjusting, and I was like, why did we do the pH adjusting? And I also understand that whenever you do a sheer black lip, it looks berry, and I've also claimed that I don't love berries, but I do like that. I'm gonna, not that I really want this makeup to last, but I'll just do some Fix Plus because I have a surplus of Fix Plus right now. Because ironically, after I powdered my face, the glowy skin tint just became sparkly. I really love this Prada eyeshadow quad. Now I have two memories tied to two different eyeshadow quads. I really like the Prada eyeshadow formula. So if you're into luxury makeup and you want to buy, like you're okay buying from Prada at this time, I do think that they offer a lot. If this wasn't given to me by Sunshine, I wouldn't have bought this, but it is really nice. I just think the yellow in there is a bit of a conundrum and would be for most people, but I'm very happy to have this. But it's not something I think anyone needs to like run out and buy either. You can get a very similar eye look to what I have done here today with much cheaper formulas and other formulas. And also what I have learned in my time as someone who sold makeup in retail and someone who makes content online, most of you aren't doing black smoky eyes, so that probably wouldn't be for you anyway. And be realistic with yourself, because remember when the Xenon palette came out, Natasha Denona, a couple years ago, you all lost your minds and bought it, and now how many of you are still using that every day? And I'm sure some of you are still using it all the time, but I bet most of you who bought it are not even using it. That is an accusation, and I will stand by it. Where do we go from here? Mascara, we've talked about that mascara plenty. The skin tint in the shade 1. So much promise, so much hope. it looked so good until I put powder on it. I just feel like it wasn't sparkly. And it's interesting because I've tried some other stuff that was like suspiciously sparkly. Like another sparkly thing that I have tried is the Surreal Skin Foundation from Makeup by Mario, which a lot of people like that. But like if you swatch just like if you just go like this, it's just like sparkle and it's crazy. This is different because it's like smaller sparkles than that, but it's just crazy that there are sparkles on my face that aren't from my eyes. That's a bummer. I wonder if I don't set, I don't know, I liked the way it looked so much till it became sparkly. What's going on here? Guys, what reason are we on? Like 120 and I still am alive? The concealer, give me some time with the concealer. It's not sparkly. My under eye is not sparkly. Where it would normally be sparkly from fallout or whatever, it's not sparkly. So I have faith in this. I will try this. I think I would like maybe like this all over my face. Just as I've been doing with concealer recently. Not the right kind of purple. Riveting Rhubarb from Singe. I like this blush formula well enough. I don't think I love this blush color. I'm having people over later in the month and I'm letting people go through my declutter bin. So I'm gonna pass on this one. I just don't like this color as much as I like the other one. And I still have another one in this formula to continue playing around with. So I'm gonna just do that. Just because I don't love the color. But I like the formula. I think it's pretty. It's blurring, it's gorgeous, it's nice. It's the highlighter, the highlight of the video. Well, not the highlight. I like the eyeshadow, I think a little bit more. But this is so pretty. Actually, let's do... Now that the purple is next to the silver, can you see how it's a little more green yucky? Which is not bad. I don't mind that in a silver. It's like, I think until that was really next to it to juxtapose it, probably didn't notice. bellabeautebar Kristen. Okay, what exciting thing. And then the lip products. I do like the lip products. I do need to like try some of the other shades, but I really like this one. This was Decay. It wasn't called Urban Decay, was it? No, it was just called Decay. Anyway, if you are not yet subscribed and want to see what happens to me in my next video, would love to have you subscribe. Oh my god, I'm sorry patrons and members. I just posted my September video, of course, at the beginning of October. It just happens to me a lot, but also I need you to know that I filmed that 2 days after I got back from the Creator and Friends trip, and it was a 2 hour, just 2 hours to edit, and that just was really daunting to me. And then I was like, oh no, it's already October, and I filmed it in the middle of September. What happened? Anyway, that's up for you, and I do post an additional video over there every single month. That's an additional way to support me, not necessarily a better way to support me. If you were here liking and commenting and sharing my content, that's more than enough. I will have a pinned comment. There will be links to support people in Gaza, and I think I have to go. I don't think I have anything left in me. Remember to follow your hope, and you'll find me, and I'll see you in a video very soon. Go forth. Tits out.